Here are the 4 weapons that are used against your soul: food, water, sleep, sex. Food, water, sleep, sex. These are all essential things that we have to have in this earthly reality. But it's been a war on our food. It's been a war on our water. It's been a war of our sexual energy. And it's been a war of our sleep. Let's get into this deeply. Food. A person that has control of their food, very powerful being. Because the hardest addiction is food. It's the seasoning, it's the chicken, it's the soul food, it's that fried fish. And when you not okay with eating veggies, fruit, high vibrational food, something can happen to you where entities, parasites, lower vibrational frequencies want to eat from the things that you're eating. So, if you are a person that eat those type of foods, one, I want to say I'm not judging you, but I want to say if you feel like your food has a power over you where you cannot put down that chicken, you cannot put down that pork, you cannot put down that McDonald's, it is something inside you called parasites, and it's overruling you. When you want to get to a higher thought pattern, a higher frequency, you want to have higher foods that are alive, baby. You do not want to eat food that is dead. You do not want to eat chicken, because if you eat chicken, who killed the chicken? And what was the state of the chicken? You are eating that vibrational state of the chicken. What was that pork? What was that pig at? Was they really caring for that pig? And if they wasn't, you're tapping into that survival, fight, or flight frequency, because that's what you ate. Because what you eat is who you are. You see, it's a person named Dr. Sebi that says something to me on this video on YouTube deeply that I want to give you guys too, because this is the timeless knowledge that he was giving us deeply. He said at the beginning, it was a woman named Black Mama. And Black Mama used to be in nature. And she lived in nature. She didn't need no doctors. She didn't need no hospitals. All she needed was everything that was in nature. And all the healing, all the nutrients, all the things that she need, all the protein was in nature, baby. And this is what we need to remember as well. You see, we need to start eating more greens, because the greens are going to give us chlorophyll, you see. Especially when you are melanin-dominant in your skin reflection, you see. You need chlorophyll to reperish, to purify your blood cells. So when you are running, when you're walking, when you're just everyday living, this is going to give you the nutrients that you need in your body. Because the only difference between us and plants is my face is magnesium, and this is why I'm brown. But if we're just like plants, plants are more chlorophyll dominant, and that's why they're green. You see, this is why in the anime show Dragon Ball Z, this is why you see them as green beings. So we got to get more in tune with eating to be alive, because the more we eat and be alive, we're going to get in our highest consciousness that's going to get us in divine aligned. Water. It's been a war on water. You see, this is why in the water system they have, what is it? I'm having a brain fart. Fluoride, you see. Fluoride decalcifies your pineal gland. I think it's decalcify or calcify. It's one of the two. But it blocks, in the grand scheme, it blocks your third eye. So if your third eye is blocked, how can you hear the infinite intelligence? How can you see beyond the veil? Because water holds memory. So why are they getting us a lower state of water? if they want us to be in our highest being. Look at a person's actions than what a person's saying to you. It's going to tell you everything what they're meaning to do with you. So, water that will be good. Mountain spring water, glass water. Also start to speak in your water. Speak intention into your water. Because the water is going to give you light. Then getting you out that fight or flight. So water is an energy that we all need. And when you do not have enough water, this is how you are dehydrating in your brain, you see. This is why you're not creative. This is why you can't even think, because you are not hydrated. We are water beings. 70% of our body is made up of water. 70% of this plant is made up of water. 70% of, this world is made up of water. So we have to get in tune with water, because that will unlock the memory, even the ancient memory. You see, this is when you start to know things beyond your human capabilities. You start to understand past lives and future things all at the same time. You see, sleep. Sleep is very important, because when we sleep, that is when we're tapping in to getting rest. We have to have rest. When you are a person that is working a lot, doing a lot of things, you are a mother, you are a father, you have a business, you have a 9-to-5, you have to have your sleep. Or when you are in your awakened state, you're just going to feel like you just need to get sleep. So it has been a war on our sleep, because they want us to watch movies, they want us to watch TV, they even want us to watch scary things right before we go to sleep. So what you think that is doing? What do you think that is? That is media programming, subconscious programming. So if you're watching scary things right before you go to sleep, what you think you're finna access in your dream realm? Scary things, fearful things, lower states of being. So I want to invite you guys, turn off the lights, turn off the TV. So let's say you go to bed around 10, turn it off at 9 and rest. And I promise you, you doing that, this is going to help you to even rest a lot more. And when you wake up, you're going to feel well rested. And you're going to wake up at 4:30 or 5 or even 6, and you're going to feel like you have all this creative energy. We're not supposed to be beings that's supposed to be even waking up after sunrise. We are beings that's supposed to be actually waking up before the sun rise. We're supposed to be honoring the sun when we wake up, giving life to the sun, because the sun gives us light. It gives us vitamin D, you see. So start getting into the habit of being intentional with your sleep and being asleep before midnight, you see. Because when you're asleep before midnight, this is how you access stage 4 sleep. When you access stage 4 sleep, this is how you access the REM sleep. When you access the REM sleep, this is how you access the Akashic realm in your sleep. This is something what Edgar Cayce was doing when he was here in the 1800s, you see. He would travel in the Akashic Records and get information in his sleep and his dream state. So it shows you that the dream world is actually the real world. It's the multi-dimensional world. You can set your intention to go to different worlds and different states of being and different consciousness of you when you get in tune to your sleep. But if you working at that grave shift, your circadian rhythm is off. And you're just working for money. So you see how it's been a war on our consciousness just from these things of the most important things for us: food, water, sleep, sex. With that being said, let's get into the sex energy. This is why they brought porn. This is why they have brought different things even to athletes and people with this sexual energy and even these freak-offs. But that's a whole different video. Our sex means sacred energy exchange. And we don't understand the sacredness of energy exchange. That power can be deplenished and it can have power over us. It can also put us into a trance state that we are feeding, or we're trying to get into that energy from connecting with people or drugs or different types of things. So it's very important that we know how to move with our sexual energy, and we control our food so it doesn't even make us think of what we should like, or if we want to change our gender roles too, because food has an ability to do that too. Water has an ability to close our psychic abilities too. So this is why it's important that we get in tune to our food, we get in tune to the water, we get in tune to our sleep, we get in tune with who we having even sex with, you see. Because whatever that person is eating, whatever that person is doing, whatever that person is consuming is going into you. So when you're feeling off, when you are connecting with someone that is telling you they have beings pulling off things from you, you want to be at the access of state where you're expanding with someone. You're getting downloads, you're getting visions, you're feeling lighter energy, you're feeling heat that comes into your body, you see, from you being in that sacred energy exchange, baby. You're not supposed to be getting lower, you're supposed to be getting higher. Because sacred energy exchange, this would create worlds, this would create galaxies, this would create everything. Even if you tap into sexual transmutation, you can even tap into that in writing, that when people even read your books, they're getting into a different level of state of being because they're feeling your soul from that book. So it's very important that we see this war on our consciousness, because if we do not acknowledge it, we cannot move from it. We cannot overcome it. So I want to ask you guys, where do you feel that it's been a war on? Has it been your food? Has it been your water? Has it been your sleep? Have it been your sex? And how have you transmute that? Or are you still trying to figure out ways how you can transmute that? This is Adewale. If you loving this video, I want you guys to like, subscribe on my YouTube channel, because we're going to bring a whole lot more information of how you can move as a light worker and get out that spiritual warfare to get into your light that can get you into your heaven on earth consciousness.